A legend exists on the Japanese island of Yakushima. This cedar, named Jomonsugi, is the most famous of its kind in Japan. At 5 meters in diameter, it is the largest tree on Yakushima Island, which is designated as a World Natural Heritage Site. However, according to legend, an even larger cedar sleeps somewhere in the depths of the island's mountains. The legendary giant cedar tree. In this program, NHK will use the latest technology to perform aerial scans of Yakushima to find out if this amazing tree really exists. The shadow cast by the towering tree has long sparked curiosity. With that in mind, we'll go deep into the primeval forests. And one after another, gigantic cedar trees appear.
出ましたね、ついに。縄文杉を超える杉がこれ出たって言ってもいいんじゃないですか。
A grand discovery awaits us. The island where legends slumber. Yakushima Island is located about 60 kilometers from the southern tip of Kyushu, in southern Japan. A primeval forest, practically untouched by human hands, covers the island. Yakushima is considered a rare place and has been recognized as a World Natural Heritage Site. This investigation of the legendary cedar began in December 2016. Our leader is a mountain guide who has built up a wealth of knowledge and experience on the island. Hiroshi Obara fell in love with Yakushima 30 years ago and moved here. His understanding of the island's mountains is second to none. He's heard about the legend, but he has yet to set his eyes on it. He's always wanted to. We've received special permission to explore the depths of the mountains.
わあ、これ大きいね、やっぱり。
大きいですね。
This tree is 2 meters in diameter, unthinkable anywhere outside Yakushima. It's more than 1,000 years old. Normally, cedar trees live for around 500 years, but the ones on Yakushima eclipse that age with ease. Cedars that are more than 1,000 years old are referred to as Yakusugi. Sugi is the Japanese word for cedar.
こういうのが潜んでる森の広がりっていうのがもうたまらないよね。
If we keep up our exploration of the primeval forest, there's a good chance we'll find the legendary giant cedar. A century ago, the Japanese government conducted a national survey. Records remain of the questions officials asked Yakushima's woodsmen, and of the massive cedars they marveled about. One of them had a trunk circumference of 15 meters. Another was a bit smaller, but still more than 12 meters. Countless trees, surviving countless millennia. Their legend has lived on for generations. We spoke to someone who saw one for himself.
もう何十年前だからな。その次はしらやっぱりほらずっと僕を歩いてる関係か知らんけど、はあこれ大きいな、おいこれ縄文杉より大きいんじゃないかっていうそういうことはありますよね。
The Jomon Sugi is currently considered the largest cedar tree on Yakushima. It has a trunk circumference of 16 meters, a height of 25 meters, and it's more than 2,000 years old. Many say it symbolizes Yakushima's status as a World Natural Heritage Site. Its natural mystique draws about 100,000 domestic and foreign visitors to the island every year. In reality, the Jomon Sugi is but one of the legendary giant cedars. The Jomon Sugi was discovered 51 years ago by a town hall official. His name was Teiji Iwakawa. He interviewed local woodsmen about the legend and had come to believe in it himself. In his search for the legendary tree, he spent years walking through unexplored mountains and valleys. Iwakawa's son witnessed this firsthand.
昔の人はもう嘘をつかんというようなことを信じておりましてね、ずっと探していたみたいです。だから巻き尺を形に山に行く時はいつもそれを持って出かけていたと。最終的には40数本こう測って回っていたようなことを言ってますんで。
The first tree that proved the legend true was the Jomon Sugi. And the legend continues. February 2017. The investigation has come to a halt. Snow blankets the mountains. A world of snow on a southern island. Frost twinkles in the sub-freezing temperatures. Yakushima is like one big mountain jutting out of the sea. At its highest point, it reaches nearly 2,000 meters into the sky. Huge amounts of moisture carried from the sea have turned the mountains into a silvery wonderland. But winter is a time of struggle for the trees. The weight of the snow proves too much for some of the branches. Yakusugi have survived winter after winter over thousands of years. The team spent the winter season refining their investigation plans. One challenge: how to contend with the island's size. Only the coastlines are populated. The rest of the island consists of lofty mountains. Wandering the entirety of Yakushima on foot would be a reckless and dangerous exercise. Then spring arrives. Two people join our search party. They specialize in aerial forest surveillance. With a plane, we'll be able to search every nook and cranny of Yakushima. This is their secret weapon, a state-of-the-art laser instrument. The laser fires 500,000 times a second from the air, reflecting back to reveal surface details down to tens of centimeters. It should be able to detect the spans, heights, and even thickness of the towering trees we're looking for. It's a technology that's normally used to predict disasters and investigate volcanoes. This is the first time it will be used to search for giant trees. Here's the data. The white sections are trees, viewed from the air. The image analysis begins. First, the trees are automatically confirmed one by one. The short trees in blue are eliminated. Broadleaf trees and other varieties are excluded. Areas where large trees don't grow, like directly above rivers and steep hills, are ignored. Nonetheless, the results leave them at a loss for words. 12,000 trees are still listed.
1万本です。これをどう絞り込むか。ちょっと簡単にできるかと思いきや。
想定外の。
想定外でした。想定外に大きかった。
From here, we match the data from the laser with aerial photographs one by one. The process takes 2 weeks. In April, the laser survey party pays a visit to the house of Obara, the leader of the investigation.
よろしくお願いいたします。
どうも小原と申します。
どうも広瀬と申します。
合間にあって微妙なので、なんか別のやつじゃない。
Obara has called a group of young, skilled guides here for a meeting. Makio Kanzaki conducts 150 tours to the Jomonsugi a year. He's known as the Jomon Warrior. Kensuke Iwai has climbed uncharted mountains in the Himalayas. The results of the laser survey are announced. The marks on screen designate trees that might be giant cedars. The team dubs them the giant tree marks. There are 300.
やっぱり空から見るだけじゃなくて、いろんな方法を使っていろんな人の手を借りながらいろいろやってみないとこれは見つからないんじゃないかなっていう、もう本当に神様からバッて隠されてるみたいに急に見えなくなってくるんですよね。見つけれるものなら見つけてみなさいって言われてるような感じで。
でもあれだけ聖地に空から森を実際に見るような感じで掌握できるっていうことで進む方向が見えたっていう感じしますよね。
Our ground investigation has begun. The laser survey has pointed us toward the southeastern part of the island. We leave the trail and search for the location of the giant trees. Where we'll go, there's no path to follow. Rotted trees and dead leaves mass underfoot. You can't tell when the ground will give way. A massive hole big enough to hold a person. Fall in and you'll end up with more than broken bones. A check of the map confirms our current position. A giant tree mark is nearby.
おお、でかいよあれ。でかいでかい。ほら。うわ、すごいじゃない。天中杉だよこれ。
The laser survey has struck gold.
ドンピシャ。これは前田さんのお手柄だね。ドンピシャです。この場所です。
And the size?
はい。
水平取ります。
あ、10は切るか。9メートル6。やっぱ9いくとすごいな。
そうですよね。
っていうかあるもんだなやっぱり。
It's the 8th thickest cedar officially reported on Yakushima. The cedar stretches into the sky. It's more than 1,000 years old. Its shape twists halfway up. The long years of rain and wind have left scars. It doesn't match up to the Jomonsugi. But we're on to something. We approach another giant tree mark.
枝っぷりはすごいんだね。 じゃない。10いくかな。
A massive cedar emerges from the rocky confluence of two small streams.
Ah, 大きい。風格のある。へえ、すごいの見つけたな。
We name it the Nakasu Sugi, meaning towhead cedar. How's the size? We measure it using predetermined methods.
はい、10メートル40。10メートル40センチ。
This is the fourth thickest tree among those officially recorded. Massive lumps and pockmarks line this ancient tree, a veteran that's weathered countless seasons. Not only that, it's 35 meters tall, making it the second tallest tree on the island, taller than the Jomon Sugi.
Yeah. あるもんですね、本当に。すごい。
It's a massive tree, although a little misshapen. There must be an even more amazing tree somewhere in the forest. But we are about to experience the fierce realities of Yakushima's natural world firsthand.
あれか。あそこになんかあるような気がするけど。でっかいつが。すごい樹幹ですよ、このつが。
It's not a cedar.
残念ながらつがですけど。
It's a mighty tree, hundreds of years old, with a thickness of 6 meters. It won't grow as big as a yakusugi. The laser survey was led astray by coniferous trees like this one.
つがですね、これ。ここもつがだよね。尾根はやっぱりつがですね。
Others are also deceiving.
これはそれなりに大きいけど、まあでも、
A young cedar, about a meter in diameter. From the air, young cedars with big crowns are difficult to distinguish from giant cedars.
空からのデータがなかなかこうヒットしないということですよね。かといってあのデータなかったらここ通ることなかったかもしれないしね。本当にもう偶然の積み重ねで見つけてるようなところがありますよね。難しいもんです。
The forest grows restless. Rain arrives. Yakushima has the most rainfall in Japan. We make a temporary retreat. The rain shows a once hidden side of Yakushima. A muddy stream appears in the blink of an eye. Yakushima's rivers are ever-changing. Countless people have lost their lives to accidents and misfortune here. All of this has a deep connection to the way this island was created. Yakushima was formed more than 10 million years ago. The face of the island is mostly covered in rocks. The island itself is like one giant rock, formed from cooling magma. The rocky ground doesn't absorb rainwater. Rivers form quickly. Mudslides cover the island. The result is this world of lush greenery. The rain and rocks are the source of the island's fertility. The water raises tender moss. Most cedars are nurtured by this cradle of moss. The moss accumulates moisture, defending the young trees against dryness. And key to these trees surviving thousands of years are the massive boulders. The researcher with our team is Professor Hitoshi Sakio.
実際にこの木の根っこのあたり見てもらっても、こういう巨石を根っこが抱いてますよね。
It's as if the tree is embracing its most precious possession. Indeed, most of the yakusugi are found jutting out of the tops of boulders.
これでもやっぱり数千年、何千年かわからないですけれども、それだけの寿命を保っているっていうことは、この場所がずっと安定し続けなくてはいけないっていうのはまず最低の条件なんですね。
Torrential rains cause the ground to collapse, but massive boulders provide a sturdy base from which to grow. And cedars that grow from these boulders are said to be stronger.
成長はやっぱり土壌ほとんどないですから、成長はうんと遅くなります。その遅いのがまた逆にこの材が年輪が緻密になって腐りにくい幹を作っているのだと思います。
The growth rings of yakusugi are proof of their resilience. Normal cedars have a gap of 1 centimeter per year. But for yakusugi, the gap is a mere millimeter. This slow growth results in a higher resin density, which protects the trunk from rotting. That's why 1,000-year-old cedars can be found on Yakushima. They were born and raised here, under the island's care. The last and greatest wall in front of us is humankind. Massive stumps. You can find them everywhere on Yakushima. Woodcutters have been logging trees deep within Yakushima's forests for more than 400 years. The people of the island would offer yakusugi as a land tax and receive rice in return. They had to cut the trees down to survive. These massive sculpted cedars were felled, leaving behind only their stumps. The stumps mark the places where ancient records tracked the site of these massive cedars. Time to record the circumference.
どうだろうか。おいおいおいおいおい。なんとちょうど14メートルぐらい。これすごいよね。すごい。やっぱすごかった。ジトンジの7ヒロって言ったん。7ヒロ。確かに。これじゃない。
The tree that once stretched to the heavens no longer exists. It was likely cut down for the beautiful shape of its trunk. What we find next is a massive cedar with a unique shape. The trunk is rotted and hollow. That must be why it wasn't cut down. We measure its size.
16メートル73センチですね。
すご。
出ましたね、ついに。
出ました。
いや、縄文杉を超える杉がこれで出たって言ってもいいんじゃないですか。
However, the trunk's interior has rotted away. We might not find anything more in areas people have already crossed. To find more massive, sturdy cedars that stretch to the skies, our only choice is to trek into unexplored territory. We set our sights on Nagatadake, a secluded area of sheer cliffs. There's a deep forest there, untouched by human hands. We have another card to play. A different laser instrument designed for narrow spaces allows us to collect data at considerably higher levels of precision than before. Places where the laser made contact are marked in red, allowing us to see a horizontal cross-section of the forest.
これはなんか樹形がすごいというか、古木っぽい感じ。
もしそこだったら結構あるよね。
そうですね。このもしここが本当に開いてたら。
After a week, we narrow it down to 15 locations.
今抽出しているのが今ある技術で空からの探索っていうところではもう多分我々が持ってる中では最高のものなので、
もしこれで拾えてなかったらまだまだって言われたってことかなっていうしかないかなという感じですね。もうやれることはやったなという。
The area specified by the data is as deep as you can go into Nagatadake.
ここに関してはまるで今まで注目した人がいないので、登った人もまるでいないんですよ。だから新しく名前つけるしかないですね。
この間なんて言ってましたっけ？天空の城とかでしたっけ？
ああ確かに。
天空谷。
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 天空谷。かっこいい。
かっこいいじゃないですか。
いやしかしこの距離のこれはもう沢登りで行動するだけでも大変なところですよ。はっきり言って。そこでさらに探査をするとなると当然ですけども行動しにくいというよりも大変なのでパワーがいる倍増しでパワーがいるっていうふうに思ってもらっていいと思います。同じ距離地図上で同じ距離で動くのには2倍パワーがいるぐらいの感覚です。
Obata makes a decision as the leader.
基本的に俺はあんまり遠征しないよ。悪いけどちょっとこれ想定外でさ、なかなかもうダメだおっさんは。効率悪いよ俺がキャンプに入ると間違いない。
It's a shock to everyone. To achieve their goal, Obata abandons his pride and his joy at seeing this investigation firsthand. It's up to the young people to take it from here. We set course for the Heavenly Valley. An unpredictable, unbeaten path awaits us.
Oh, 押したくないね。すごいな。
We descend cliffs and climb ridges. Days pass as we search the valleys. The Heavenly Valley draws closer. However,
突き上げていく谷が比較的なだらかな地形をしているという地形図上の情報なんですけど、いやっていう あの谷なだらかにはどうにも見えませんよね。マジでっていう。
地形図がおかしい。
まあ地形図は本当に地形を表してはいないんですけど、ちょっとこれは嘘っていう。いや
This is a primeval place that seems to deny humans access.
Run!
The descent from the waterfall is more than 20 meters. There are dangers here that no one has experienced before.
はい、お気をつけて。OK ですか。
No one's ever witnessed this scenery before.
あっちですよね、あれですよね、あそこに2本に見える。
ああ、
そうですよね。だからこう降りて。
Finally, there it is.
いや興奮してる。やばい。やばい。興奮。
おお、でかい。すげえ。
いいっすね。
This is unquestionably a supermassive cedar. It looks as old as 2,000 years. It stretches toward the heavens with a sense of the divine.
What? 来ました。12メートル43。
It's the second thickest cedar after the Jomonsugi. A massive tree in the heavenly valley. We give it the name Tenkusugi, or heavenly cedar. We'll measure its height using a drone. The top is not yet in sight. It just keeps going and going. The final height is a staggering 45 meters, the tallest on Yakushima. The top of the Tenkusugi resembles a sky-soaring dragon, which has watched over this island for thousands of years. This tree has seen it all. It's withstood rain, wind, and snow, and its massive trunk stands strong. Away from prying eyes, it's grown slowly, proudly.
この森があるっていうだけですごいですよ。その縄文杉を超える一本の木があるとかよりもこれが残ってたってことがもう本当素晴らしいですよね。すごいことだと思いますよ。
We've discovered a variety of massive cedars during this search. However, their locations will not be made public. Far from the beaten path, treacherous peaks are fraught with danger and can cause accidents. Yakushima gave birth to these trees, raised them, and provided them nature's protection. One can't help thinking that the will of Yakushima itself is at work here. A month later, team leader Obata has come to see the Tenkusugi.
おおこれでかいね。奥の奥まで来てよくぞ見つけたねこれね。そうか、普通に砂漠だったら見過ごすかもな。川の中。
The team arrived here working together as one. What we saw on the way was but a glimpse of Yakushima's grandeur.
これはやっぱこれ見ちゃうとすごいの見つけたなっていう感じありますよね。そうするとね、あとまだ見つけてない、調べてない森ないかなっていう気がムクムクと湧いてきますね。屋久島広いね。そうですね。まだまだ広いですね。
The legend of the giant cedar trees. A story from time immemorial, continuing ever onwards.